Hello, class. We've made it. This is the final week of class. So we're entering into session 7 today, and I will take you through what the next steps are. Thank you for being a great class. I've enjoyed the discussions and the insights that you've had and reading your assignments. I am interested to see how they turn out this week. So looking forward to how you take each of those ethical issues that you've been working on and develop them into their final paper. So if there's anything that you still need to do that you maybe didn't submit, need to get some more points on assignment, please let me know. I want to work with you. I want you to succeed and make it through this class well. So don't hesitate to reach out if there's anything I can do to help. But let me share my screen and we will go ahead and jump into this class, what we have to do for this final week. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. So again, I go to modules. You know that by now if you've been watching these videos. And then just scroll down here and we are in session 7. So up here you can see the agenda, the reading, other key information that's helpful. Here is a devotional. It's on the abuse of power. So definitely an ethical issue. And again, this will tie it back into God's word, which is so important in ethics. So if you have time, take a look at that and interact with the devotional there. As far as points assignments this week, we'll have your final discussion questions. So there's some discussion questions out there that you need to do. You know how that works. So you'll need to make your initial post by 11:55 on Thursday night, and then your final post by 11:55 on Sunday night. You have a quiz. This is your third one, so you've done this before and are familiar with that. Probably the biggest one will be the final paper. So let's open this one up, and I'll just point this out. There are two submissions here. One goes into your portfolio, and then one here. So make sure that when you have your final paper done, submit it into both of those folders here. It's only going to be graded once, but it needs to be submitted down in this one here that has the numbers at the end of it so that it can go into your portfolio. But here's an overview of what the paper is. Look through it carefully. Again, it's got the format here. So you've got the introduction, the stakeholders affected by the issue. You've done that before. This time, what you're really adding in, and you may have done this a little bit in your PowerPoint, was analysis of the issue, and then alternatives in addressing the issue, recommendations, and then what's your conclusion. So those are the main parts of your paper. Make sure that they're all included. If you can put titles and subtitles and headings in there, that makes it very easy for me to go down and make sure that you have each of those components. So do that, do it in APA formatting. Make sure that you support what you're saying with in-text citations. That's different than references. You can just have a list of things that you read at the end, but an in-text citation links the specific idea that you have in there, a sentence or a statistic or whatever it is, that idea links it to the references at the end. So your paper should have in-text citations as well as references at the end. And the references at the end should always have an in-text citation somewhere in the paper. You want it to be between 7 and 10 pages. Um, that's the idea. Again, just cover it well, so if you're more than that or if you're a little less than that, I'm not going to stress out over that. But if you're only at 4 pages, you probably haven't covered it as well. Here you need at least 5 peer-reviewed academic references. So this isn't going to be Wikipedia, not ChatGPT, but these are ones that if you go out in Google Scholar or if you go out to the database that you have here through Southern Wesleyan, the library, then you can access some of those articles. Usually, I'm not going to penalize you, but usually for something, especially in a field like this where it keeps changing, you want to do things that have been published within the last 5 years. Things that are older than that are just many times outdated. Other than that, just work on your paper. Make sure it's clean. Get rid of the grammatical errors. Do not use AI in your papers. So do not use it. If you do, then you will get a 0 on the assignment. And I don't want any of you to miss out on getting the full points for this assignment or having that penalize your class. So that's probably just one thing that I'll caution you against here as we go to the end. If you have any other questions, though, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am here to support you and help you make it through this final week of class.